Hello friends, welcome to my YouTube channel Enlighten. Okay, today we are going to discuss about the MPLADS scheme. See, if you see, a lot of newspapers has covered Union Cabinet brings back MPLADS. Cabinet restores MPLADS scheme after COVID break. Okay, regarding this current affair we are going to discuss for today. Before moving into the topic, I request you to please subscribe to our channel for getting more updates on current affairs, and also we are going to start the AP history topic from tomorrow onwards, so please subscribe to our YouTube channel. Okay, MPLADS. What is the meaning of this MPLADS? You know, MP means member of parliament. See, member of parliament, local area development scheme. So this is a scheme for the development of the local area from which a MP is representing, or the constituency which the MP represents. Okay, it was instituted in 1993, so it is very important. It is not there previously. It was introduced only in 1993. MPLADS scheme is instituted by the Government of India in 1993 as a way for MP to recommend and oversee development in his or her constituency. So, a MP, a member of parliament, can recommend development works in his or her constituency. For that, each MP will be given certain funds. Previously, it is a different amount. See, since 2011 and 12, each MP is allocated 5 crores per year. You have to understand 5 crores per year and for implementation and recommendation of works. Okay, implementation of the recommended works. This is very important. Funds are not lapsable. What is the meaning of lapsable and not lapsable? See, if a fund, a certain amount is, for example, 100 crore was given, if it is lapsable, so after a time period of certain time period, it will be taken back. It will not be given to you. So it is non-lapsable. The unused funds for the year will be carried forward for the next year. Okay. And here there are certain rules regarding the allocation. See, 15% of funds should be used for the areas inhabited by the ST scheduled castes, and 7.5% of the funds should be used for the areas inhabited by the scheduled tribes. And also here they did not mention that there is also another rule that 20 lakhs per annum should be per year or per annum should be used for differently abled persons. Okay, this is also one rule. See, how does the scheme will be implemented, or how does MPLADS work? A MP, a member of parliament, will recommend the works based on the local needs of his constituency. To whom he will recommend? To district authorities. So here you have to understand, the MP will not directly spend the amount. He will recommend to the district authorities, basically the district magistrates or collectors. They will sanction the eligible work, or they also select implementing agency. This is important. They also select the implementing agency. Which institutions or which suppose a contract is to whom it should be given, it will be decided by the district authorities. So they are responsible for the implementation. So MPs can only recommend the implementation part with the district authorities. Okay, and this scheme comes under the Ministry of Statistics and Program Implementation. This ministry is important because they will confuse you in the MCQs with some other ministry. Okay, it only releases 5 crores. It releases 5 crores in 2 installments. Okay, 2.5 crore, 2.5 crore. It will release in 2 installments, total 5 crores. Okay, You can also file RTI. See, this is a government agency, you can file RTIs regarding the working status, everything, okay, and the funds allotted. There are also certain limitations, like the funds cannot be given for all the purposes. There are certain conditions. See, if you understand the works which cannot be recommended, you will easily know for what they can be allocated or for what they can recommend. First, for residential offices, residential buildings for public and private agencies, you cannot propose for them. Memorial buildings or places of religious worship. For example, a MP comes to your village, or he will announce a place for worship of for religious worship temples or some other mosque or anything. He can recommend through his funds, but not through MPLAD funds. Not through MPLAD funds. You have to remember that. Also, land acquisition and compensation related, and naming assets after individuals, creating assets for individual benefits except those which are part of approved schemes. Okay, works belonging to commercial organizations, you cannot propose for that. Okay, for what you can propose is for drinking water purposes. They are given for drinking water purposes, education and skill development, electricity and non-conventional energy sources, sports, for roads, this is very important, roads, pathways, bridges, health, sanitation and safety, this is also important, agriculture and irrigation, self-help development, self-help group development, urban development, etc. He can propose for these. Central government has suspended this scheme since April 2020. The reason is these funds are diverted for fighting COVID-19. Okay, so this was suspended. This scheme was suspended at that time. So what happened now is that they resumed the government has resumed the scheme and restored MPLADS. But the one thing should be noted is that for 2021 and 22 financial year, only 2 crores will be given. Only 2 crores. For the from next year, the 5 crores amount in 2 installments of 2.5 each will be provided. Okay. The impact of resuming. See what happens resuming of halted community development projects. So because of suspension of this scheme, lot of development projects in the constituencies were halted. So this will be revived. This in turn leads to revival of local economy. Okay. What are the benefits of this scheme is, see, this will engage MPs with public and address regional imbalances. The leadership role of MPs. The MPs will get involved, or they are forced to involve to spend this amount. So their involvement leads to leadership role, increase in leadership role. Also aspirations of marginalized. See, I have already said the SCs will SC areas will be given 15%, STs with 7.5%, and also 20 lakhs differently enrolled persons. So the regional aspirations also will get revived back. The purpose of the scheme is that if a member is from a ruling party, he will easily get the funds from the government. But in case he is from opposition party, the funds are not released very easily. So keeping in this point of view, they have started MPLADS scheme. What are the limitations? What are the issues related to MPLADS? The lack of transparency. See, the CAG reports and Central Information Commission reports indicate poorly maintained records of funds use and assets creation by both Ministry of Statistics and Program Implementation, various district authorities. Also, there is a lot of corruption. See, there are instances of district authorities directly using funds without MP's permission, and sometimes the MPs are themselves selecting implementing agencies. So they are getting, these MPs are tying up with implementing agencies and getting kickbacks. Some kind of corruption is taking place. You see, because of these issues, the second ARC, Administrative Reforms Commission, and National Commission to Review the Working of the Constitution in 2002, they both have recommended to scrap this MPLADS scheme. So, how this can be improved is that the transparency should be more. You have to create a more transparent environment in order to better utilize the funds, in order to better implement the scheme. So, transparency and monitoring are the two important concepts to make any scheme, not only this, any scheme. These two are the main things. And also there are certain recommendations like to make this a lapsable fund, so that it will put pressure on MPs to use, to recommend. Thank you. This is it for today. So if you like our content, please subscribe to our channel Enlighten. Thank you. Please subscribe.